Chapter 10. The chapter gets inspiration from a poem by Diop asking if it is the back of Africa that is bent in humiliation of the whip in midday sun. He goes on to qualify Africa as an impetuous sun, which he compares to a fast and faded flowers. This is an indication that despite the exploitation and humiliation from the West, Africa is getting back on her feet. Ikem and Ele were about to go out to visit Mad Medical on invitation, but two young men suddenly enter Ikem's dwelling. He does not feel comfortable at first, and the young men introduce themselves as taxi drivers and state that they have come to greet Ikem. One of them is a member of the Taxi Drivers Union, while the other is a taxi driver who had transported Elewa the previous night back to her mother's place. They have come to thank and praise Ikem for the wonderful job that he has been doing at the National Gazette. They acknowledge that he writes for the people and not for himself. Ikem is elated by such show of appreciation. He also realizes that one of the drivers is the fellow with whom they had a struggle in traffic and is coincidentally the same person who had transported Elewa back home. They apologize for the ugly incident on the way to the presidency. The trade unionist tells Ikem that he knows about everything that he has been writing and quotes about his article concerning the stinking area at the Central Taxi Park beside the slaughterhouse due to the cattle that defecated there. It was cleaned up only after Ikem had written an article about it on the National Gazette. The other taximan blames Elewa for not telling him the caliber of person that Ikem is. He wouldn't have struggled with Ikem and the traffic in the manner that he had done. In addition, Ikem was driving an old car, and the people wonder why a big man like him should be driving an old car instead of driving a luxurious car like all the other civil servants do. After their departure, Ikem drives to Man Medical's house, and his mind ponders on what the drivers have said. He had chosen to live a simple life, drive an old car, not a Mercedes-Benz. But society does not seem to appreciate this. Maybe he would have given employment to a young man by hiring him as a driver. He wonders why common people admire those who live in opulence and oppress them than those who choose to live simple lives like him. He concludes that the oppressed masses seem to be happy with the oppression that they are subjected to. He also believes that what is needed in the society is a change of mentality and a gradual transformation. The change of mentality requires patience, but Elewa blames Ikem for driving such an old car. This chapter is important because it reveals that Ikem's editorials are widely read and understood by the masses, and it is bringing positive change. The very fact that the taximan come to appreciate Ikem for the wonderful job that he has been doing in tackling societal issues highlights gratitude. There is irony that Ikem occupies such an important position, yet he prefers to lead a simple life and drive an old battered car. There is coincidence that his drivers are those with whom Ikem had a verbal exchange at the traffic and while taking Elewa back home.